Okay, well, we're just about wrapping up this day. The sun's going down. I'm hoping it does a little bit of magic on that hill behind me over here. It's unfortunate because the skies are nice, but the numbers aren't good for the northern lights. We got clear skies. I'm away from Calgary, so I don't have much light pollution. But I think that the numbers that they were predicting, there was a couple times the numbers were good, but I had appointments and things like that. I just couldn't take off. So this session is about, on my journey, what were the most questions that were asked for me. And so I didn't get them so much in the comments, but I stayed at a lot. I'd probably say 95% of my stays were in RV parks. Sometimes they were just in tent sites at provincial parks and whatnot. But the biggest question was, aren't you afraid to travel by yourself? And the answer is no. I'm not afraid to travel by myself. I had a lot of questions. Well, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And I'm very capable of taking care of myself. I'm prepared for breakdowns. I'm prepared for this. I'm prepared for a lot of stuff. And I didn't go into this blindly saying, oh, I'm just going to pick up today and I'm going to go travel and let's see what happens. Well, I kind of did. So, let me rephrase that. I was planning to go. I was prepared to go. But where my destination was at the end of the day, it's anybody's guess. I have my wits about me. I'm not going to put myself in a situation. If I don't feel good about what's going on, I'm not staying. But I had some amazing moments because I didn't let someone else's fear creep in here. And so I had some amazing moments. I had some amazing connection to nature, just some solitude that it's hard to describe. You know, when I look back at that, after I got past Manic 5 Dam, there's a campsite, and I'll put the name in here because I can't remember the name of it, but no services, and you're about 1.5 kilometers away from the main station. So that's where the washroom were, so you had to make use of your own little area. But it was so beautiful. It was so peaceful. I heard that lone howl of a wolf when I was there. Over, like, was the way the water was, it was kind of like over a bit. And then I just had so many more. Like, there's been some RV parks, you know, I'll admit, they're just parking lots. Because as I was in Newfoundland, I'd go along and I said, oh, here's a road. Let's go down to Ship Cove, or let's go up to Goose Cove, or whatever, you know, and I would. So, which is why I'm thankful I had the van, because if I had been, what I was originally planning or thinking was a truck and trailer, I would have been pooched in a few of those little communities. So, the other question that came up was, especially when I was in RV parks by complete strangers, right? You're traveling by yourself. So the other one was, aren't you afraid to travel alone? And the other one was, you're traveling by yourself. Not that I was, you know, it was a little bit of different twist on the question, but very similar. And whenever they would ask me that question, I would say, and my dog. He would sleep through anything. He slept through the fireworks when we were at Deer Lake. He slept through when I was driving through that thunder and lightning rainstorm in Nova Scotia, where you could hear the thunder inside the vehicle. He's sleeping through that. So he was not by any means a guard dog. He was my companion. Actually, when I was down in Mistaken Ecological Reserve, no service at all. I wanted to go up and sleep in camp at the Cape something, the lighthouse. And it ended up being so windy up there. For starters, I wasn't even putting up the top, but it still just shook the bed. I thought, I'm not going to get any sleep. So I came down enough to the ranger station, and I parked. I saw that there was a truck there, and so I parked by they had 2 pit toilets, and I thought, perfect. Got access to toilets. And so I'm working on the laptop, sitting in the front seat with Ziggy, and next thing I know, I got a tap on the window, and I just rolled my window down, and I said, I was just going to stay the night. Is that okay? It was the ranger, and it was a lady. She goes, oh yeah. She goes, but I'll be leaving, she says, in about 30 minutes. She goes, why don't you just go park in where my vehicle is? So when she left, she let me know, and she goes, and I'll leave the light on, the big light on for you tonight, so that you can have light as you walk across to the washroom, right? And then she offered me to be able to plug in. And sadly, I think they forgot that they turned off the plug. So it was like, oh, this is perfect if you did. But, and I think, and I could be wrong, but I think she offered that to me because that's one of the questions she asked her, are you traveling by yourself? And so I said yes. And so I think that's why she offered me to park over by the ranger station. And then the number 3 question on my travels is when I would, if I was going along, somebody would come up and ask me, does that top go up on the van? Or if once I was in a spot and my top was up, then I got people coming along and asking me a lot of questions on it and whatnot. So that was pretty much the top 3 questions that I had. And all I can say to you is I had an amazing trip. Go look at my 100th video and you'll see the journey that I took, and then you can go look at the playlist, and I try to show you what I could see. So it was kind of like you're riding shotgun with me, even though Ziggy's in the shotgun seat. But that's kind of my perspective on how I captured these videos, and I did what I did. So stay tuned, and let's see where the next road takes us.